your boy, Slasher Junkie, back again for a Monday Morning Roundup again. And decided to switch this up a little bit. I was going to have this be kind of movies I watched over the past week, but I think I'm just going to make this like every other week and then have it be kind of a haul. So I'll break up my monthly haul into like 2 weeks. So every other Monday will be a haul video. And then with the haul, like majority of all these I'm going to watch before I do this. So I'd say out of all these that I have in the haul, I've probably seen at least 75% of them. So that's it, guys. A lot of interesting titles. Variety from slashers to zombie flicks, killer animal films, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, a new release. A good mixture of everything. So, without all that being said, I'm going to start off with the stuff that I kind of covered in the last roundup, in case you missed it, or you're too lazy to go watch that one. I'll just kind of let you guys know what I picked up. So, first up, Houseboat Horror. It's a fun 80s Australian slasher. If you're a fan of 80s slashers, definitely recommend checking out that one. Penny Dreadful from the 8 Films to Die For collection. I thought it was decent. Nothing great, but it was decent fun. Poker Night. I really wouldn't classify this one as much as a horror film, more like a kind of thriller. It was still alright though. Ron Perlman was in it that I noticed, as well as Michael Eklund, Giancarlo Esposito, who's in Breaking Bad and stuff. So it was okay. Another one, if you can find for a good price, recommend. Last Shift, which I loved. This film I think came out a couple years ago. It was 2015. Yeah, highly recommend checking this one out. The Windmill, I think this one came out in 16 as well. Or came out in 16. I believe so. 15 or 16. It's a fun Dutch slasher. Definitely recommend checking out that one if you're, one, into slashers like myself, and two, if you're into some good gore. I mean, it's got some pretty awesome kills. Next up, I have Malevolence. This is the first one that came out, which was in 1990. No, this is a 2000 film. 2000. Yeah. It's gonna kill me because it's not gonna say. It's gonna be the same. I want to say it was early 2000s when this original one came out. Of course, it's not gonna say on there. 2004, I believe. It was a decent slasher. Kind of total rip-off of Sackhead Jason here, but I guess that's kind of rip-off of Town the Dreaded Sundown. So, it was okay. It's kind of a robbery, and then turns into slasher. It was decent, and then awesome set from Second Sight Films, which I'm really excited. I heard that they may be doing or will be doing a re-release of the original Dawn of the Dead, which is super dope. So yeah. Nice box set here of, it's got When a Stranger Calls and, what's the second one called? When a Stranger Calls Back. Yeah. Super awesome set. I would definitely recommend checking this one out. Two great movies. Alright, up next, we'll go with these two first, just because I actually haven't watched these yet. And that is Malevolence 2. Bereavement, which I heard this one is really good. I'm not sure when this one came out. I do know this one came out this past year, and that's Malevolence 3 Killer. Actually ordered these from the Stephen Mena, the actual director, and I guess when you order them directly from him, he autographs the slipcovers for you, which is pretty dope. Like I said, I heard the second one is better than the first one, really good, so looking forward to checking out that one. Third one, I heard is not very good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking all three of those out. So the other two Malevolence films. Some of these you're going to see in my mail haul that I had, mail days. One being Angst. Looking forward to checking this one out. I haven't seen it yet. It's a Polish film, all subtitled. but I heard it's awesome from a lot of people. Pretty much everybody that's seen this has said this is great. So probably check this one out sometime this week. And then Session 9, of course. I agree with Amy's autopsy report. This is an underrated film. I don't think people talk about it enough. First time I watched it, I didn't really. I don't know if I just wasn't in tune on it as much or wasn't paying that, just kind of sidetracked. But this time around, oh man, love this film. I mean, it's definitely one I recommend checking out. You can find this blue for at a decent price. And next up, Jungle Holocaust, Ruggero Deodato, and I totally messed up in my film. This one actually was before Cannibal Holocaust, but nobody really talks about it because Cannibal Holocaust kind of put him on the map. But yeah, I haven't checked this one out yet. This new one, from everybody I've heard, it looks great though. I mean, I guess as great as a cannibal film could look. And then we have picked this one up, and that's the Devil's Candy. Love this film. I believe the same guy that did this, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, directed The Loved Ones as well. And yeah, I'm correct. So Sean Byrne. So if you have seen The Loved Ones, I would highly recommend this one as well. Or opposite, if you've seen The Devil's Candy, I would highly recommend checking out The Loved Ones. Both great films, and really looking forward to checking this one out again. I saw it when it first came out, and really glad that IFC did a good release on that. Next up, I picked up Ginger Snaps 2. Found this for a good price. I love the first one. Never seen this one, and I heard it's pretty good. Heard the third one's shit, but yeah. Looking forward to kind of rewatching both of these, the first one and the second one again. So, yeah, Ginger Snaps 2, Unleashed. The Curse is back. And surprisingly found this one with slipcovers. Slipcover's a little bit beat up. Like right here at the top, it's kind of bent up a little bit. And then there's kind of there on the corners, got some shelfware. But that's Body Bags. Real fun anthology film from like a couple of different directors. Got John Carpenter, I think, does a segment. Toby Hooper. I think there's... is that just those two? But yeah, I'm looking forward to rewatching this again. I saw it probably last year or year before last. Yeah, just a lot of fun. A really fun anthology flick. So yeah, Body Bags. All right, those, and so I picked these up in a lot, all together, for $30. So it's 8 movies for $30. I was like, that's a pretty good steal. A lot of these kind of cheaper titles, but start off Wish Upon, which I saw this one when it was first released back in, what was this, 2017? Yeah, last year, or 2 years ago now. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but I'm looking forward to checking it out again, just to see if my feelings change any at all. Picked this one up just because I didn't have it. Like I said, this is 8 for $30, so you figured like what, $4 a piece. And that's the Nightmare on Elm Street trash remake. But I'm rewatching all of these films right now. I haven't seen this one in years, probably 2 or 3 years. So can't say that I'm looking forward to rewatching it, but I will go in with an open mind and see if my thoughts change any at all. Next up we have Mother, which great flick. Well, I say great flick. I don't enjoy it as much as everybody else did. I thought it was a good flick, but not to the extreme that everybody else loved it. What was this? Back in 2017, I believe. It's either 16 or 17. I'm pretty sure it was 17. Yeah, 17. So Mother. Then have John Dies at the End. I've heard great things about this one that I haven't seen yet. I know it's from the same guy. It's from Don Coscarelli. So, and I love Don Coscarelli. And Bubba Hotep. And of course Phantasm. So that kind of sold me on it, and I've heard this is a lot of fun. So looking forward to checking it out. And next up, I picked up, or in that lot, was the 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks Later. 2 films, just fun I'm not gonna say zombie, infection films that I really enjoyed and really do still enjoy. Next, I picked up Shallows with the lenticular slip. I had fun with this movie. Yes, I know it's kind of over the top, a little bit far from believing. But for a shark film, I thought it was pretty decent. No, it's not great, but the shark looks pretty good, and yeah, I enjoyed it. So, The Shallows, I think that was what, 2016, 17, something like that. Yeah, and as well as Blake Lively looks good in that one. Next up, I picked up Splintered, thinking this was Splinter. Got them kind of mixed up. This one's really a whole lot different. This one's more of like a creature feature. Not that Splinter isn't a creature feature type, but this one started off great, and then it just kind of went downhill from there. I wouldn't really recommend picking this one up. Like I said, I got it for the cheap, so I'll give it a rewatch at some time. But in first watch, I thought the beginning started great, and then it just kind of went downhill. The ending kind of made it a little bit better, kind of saved it from being an awful film, but it's still not really that good. All right, so it's Splintered. Up next, I have, or Splintered, and up next I have Splinter. So after seeing that wasn't what I was expecting, I picked up Splinter, which I love this film. It's a great, I guess this would be a creature feature, kind of paranormal, not paranormal, but like alien type. This is a lot of fun. If you haven't seen Splinter, highly recommend checking it out. And let's see. Read those. Next up, I think you saw this in one of my mail days. That's Blood Diner from Vestron. Haven't got around to rechecking this one out again, but look forward to doing it soon. I just remember it being super crazy. All right, up next, I think I talked about watching the Christopher Lee Dracula and Dracula Prince of Darkness, and kind of got me in a Hammer horror mood. So I picked up this Hammer horror collection, which includes Brides of Dracula, The Curse of the Werewolf, Night Creatures, The Phantom of the Opera, Paranoid, The Kiss of the Vampire, Nightmare, and The Evil of Frankenstein. And really looking forward to digging into these. Like I said, it kind of got me interested in checking out more Hammer horror flicks. So, yeah. Awesome set there, and on the cheap too, pretty cheap. Next up, kind of a new release. Well, I guess a newer release. This was a 2018 film, The Domestics. I enjoyed this one. I didn't think it was great by any stretch of the imagination, but it's kind of it's a post-apocalyptic horror. But yeah, I would definitely recommend checking this out. I think you can get this. I picked this up at Walmart for like $12. It's worth that investment. Like I said, it's kind of what it actually says on there. It's the Mad Max meets the Purge. Which, yeah, I can see tie-ins to both of those films. So, yeah, for $12, I recommend picking it up. I had fun with it, The Domestics. All right, and another new release that I picked up, and that was Hellfest 4K. Yeah, I didn't love this film, but I really enjoyed the film. I had fun watching it. It does have, it's kind of, not plot holes, but it does have things you're like, but then, yeah, I still enjoyed it. For a slasher, 2018 slasher, I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. I actually enjoyed this one more than Bloodfest. So yeah, Hellfest 4K. The 4K looks great. I did rewatch it. I did rewatch it, and yeah, like I said, if you're into slashers, especially like theme park type slashers, I'd say check out Hellfest. A lot of fun there. All right, up next, let's go with the picked up. I was going to watch this and figured out that I didn't have it, so I had to buy it, and that is Madman with good old Madman Mars. You see a lot of movies get kind of filled. To me, Hatchet got a lot off of this, I thought. With a psychotic kind of just over the top, strong, pissed off guy. I mean, that's pretty much what this is. Kind of like what Hatchet is, with Kane Hodder. But I enjoyed Madman Mars. Kills are pretty dope. And, it's a lot of fun for You know, if you love your 80s slashers. Madman Mars. And let's see. Next up, finally got in my Black Friday stuff from Severin. And I got a couple of films here. One being Wild Beast, which I have not watched yet. It's an Italian, pretty much killer animal film. I love my killer animal films. I've heard this one's good, so look forward to checking this out. Wild Beast. Next up, Bloody Moon. Really fun film. Jess Franco directed, so if you've seen Jess Franco films, you kind of know what you're getting. The English dubbing in this film is awful, though. But yeah, a lot of cool kills, a lot of good gore, and if you're a fan of 80s slashers, right down the alley there. And next up, I got Skinner, their newest release, I guess. Man, this movie is strange. Ted Raimi does a great job of playing a serial killer in this film. But yeah, it starts off really good, and then it just kind of gets weird and strange. But yeah, Ted Raimi does a great job in this. Tracy Lords, young, fat Ricky Lake. But yeah, I enjoy Skinner. Yeah, I'd say if you could pick this up on a deal, check it out. Transfer looks great. Not that this film's that old. What was it, 93? I guess that's like 25 years now. 26. So yeah, I recommend though checking out Skinner. Alright, other ones that I've picked up, some that you guys seen in Mail Days. Of Unknown Origin. Watch this one. Man, this is awesome. This is just a great killer rat film. Like totally over the top too. The rat in this is like the size of a pit bull. Actually the size of mine. But it's just about a guy pretty much going crazy to kill this rat that's completely taken over. Next up, picked up Ice Cream Man, which you guys saw. Really had fun with this. Clint Howard is, just Clint Howard. It's not great by any stretch of the imagination, but I have fun with this one. It's very strange. Like I said, Clint Howard, the kids in it are likable. It's cheesy 90s horror. Then I picked up House on Haunted Hill, the Scream Factory release. This movie really didn't hold up for me. CGI and it's bad. I wasn't. I remember liking this more when I originally first saw it than what I like now. But yeah, definitely like the original more than this. All right, next up, Psychos in Love, which is another. I enjoyed this one as well. It's different for sure, but I would say if you like, just strange. Yeah, this is a slasher in a gist, I guess. But if you like a strange slasher that has some good comedy in it, just craziness, it made me laugh at portions. There's one part where they try to kill this girl, like 15 times and can't kill her. They shoot her, stab her, everything. They break the third wall here in the film. But yeah, it's a low budget, shot on 16 millimeter. But I had fun with it. So I recommend checking it out. Next up, Bad Ronald. This one's different. I really think this kid just reminded me so much of like Jesse Eisenberg. Like it just looks like him. It's different. It's pretty much about a kid who gets holed in a wall after he accidentally kills a girl by his kind of weird mother. And another family moves in and, well, as you can guess, him being in the walls, not going to work out very well. So, Bad Ronald. Next up, Slaughterhouse Rock. I enjoyed this one. I thought it was okay. It's nothing great. I picked this up for pretty cheap on eBay, actually, like $15, I think. But yeah, it's fun though. And last but not least, I guess for this update / haul would be The Ranger. It's another kind of newer release. Wish it would have kind of got a Blu-ray in the U.S., but the DVD still looks good. If you're a fan of punk rock and slashers, this will be right down your alley. Highly recommend The Ranger. I enjoyed it, had fun with it. And that's it, guys. That is it for, I guess, my halfway through January haul. kind of my Monday morning roundup of what all I've gotten in. So if you guys have seen anything in there that you highly recommend me checking out as soon as possible, let me know. I think I've seen most of them. If not recently, I've seen them before. So let me know what you guys think, though, and hope everybody has a great week. Talk to you later. Peace.